Hi there, my name is Savannah Walker, and I am the author of Dear Child, People May Hate You. This book is intended to be used as a conversation tool for parents and educators to use with their children to have an open and honest discussion about hate in this world. Thanks to this book, conversations involving identity, racism, and prejudice don't have to be so weighted. We break down the nuances surrounding hate and ignorance and put it into a context that children can understand. It is truly a love letter to our nation's children, and I'm so excited to be sharing it with you today. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy. Again, this book is called Dear Child, People May Hate You. This is a quick message to my parents and educators out there. This book is intended to start the conversation about the negative experiences that you, your child, or the people you know may experience in this world. This book is only meant to present common stereotypes that many marginalized groups face. In shedding light on these challenges, it is our hope that your child will be prepared for the difficulties that they may face and be privy to the struggles of others. We encourage you to be tolerable and open. When we start talking about our differences, it is then when we realize that there isn't much that separates us. Children are often much stronger and smarter than we give them credit for. Please give them the opportunity to take this information in. This book will not cure the problem. It will not solve everything. However, we believe it is a step in the right direction. Thank you for inviting us into your virtual home. Dear Black child, they will say that the color of your skin defines the type of person that you are. They will say that you are not good enough. They will make you work twice as hard as those around you. There will be those that may label you as too loud, too aggressive, or too threatening. For no fault of your own, people may think that you are older than what you are, and that can be very dangerous. It may cause people to fear or misjudge you. Sometimes it will hurt and be hard to understand, but they do not define you. Do not be afraid to be who you are. Your true nature comes from inside of you and not from what people think. You are sun kissed. The color of your skin is beautiful and something to be celebrated. Your complexion says nothing about where you are going, only where you have been. Your history is rich and glorious. You will accomplish great things. No matter what, you will always be able to find a community that will root for you. Because of that, there is no limit to what you can do. Dear Latinx child, they will tell you that you do not belong. They will try to ignore your language and culture. They will say that no matter how hard you work, that your efforts mean nothing. You may be told the jobs you have are rightfully someone else's. You will be told that your contributions to history, art, and society are less than those around you. They will say that your family's history determines the value of your life. They do not define you. You are America's dream. The strength you carry is greater than you know. America once prided itself on providing opportunity for all people and welcomed the world to their borders. Your talents have helped shape this country. Your culture has inspired the world. Your ability to create is unmatched. Your worth lies inside of you. You are so much more than our world is willing to see. Be everything you want to be. Dear Muslim child and children of Middle Eastern descent, they will judge you based on the actions of a small number of people who claim to worship the same God as you. Even if you don't serve that God, they will judge because you look like people who do. They will say that your choice to dress differently represents old and outdated choices. They will say that their hate is justified because fear makes it so. They will deny your faith, like many others, is based on love, compassion, and forgiveness. They will judge you unfairly. They do not define you. Your ability to believe in a power greater than yourself is something to be proud of, not feared or ashamed. Believing in something, religion or otherwise, does not make you weak. It makes you strong. The mistakes of a small number of people do not make you who you are. You have the right to believe in yourself and your family. You have the right to live without the burden of a small number of people. You have the right to pursue every avenue of happiness and freedom. Dear Indigenous child, they will say your pain does not matter and your cries go unheard. They will try to push you to the corners of this country and then ignore you. They will try to erase your history. They will ruin your land and ignore the consequences. They will say your claim has worn out. They will group you as one, not knowing the true diversity and rich culture you represent. Much has been stolen from you, and the world still tries to take. They do not define you. Your blood runs in the soil of this country. Your journey has been hard, but it is far from over. Your people have fought and continue to fight for ownership of a land that started with them. In the midst of it all, your commitment to self, history, and preservation has rung true. Your strength comes from deep within. Continue to educate those who do not know who you truly are. Continue to be who you want to be without apologizing to those who do not take the time to learn. Dear Asian child, they will say academics is the only thing that defines you. They will discount the sacrifices of your family. They will try to mold you into what they want you to be. They may take parts of your culture and use it how they see fit. They may mock and make fun. They will try to discredit your pain and overlook the hard work, skill, and determination of those who came before you. They will not value the true essence of your history. They do not define you. Your talents reveal themselves in a way you or those around you are not used to. It may be scary at first, but it is okay. You are so much more than the expectations of others. Do not let someone else create your story for you. Be the star of your show and take hold of your many gifts. You can be anyone you want to be. You might have to tilt your head on this one. Sorry. Dear queer child, they will refuse to understand who you are outside of the people you choose to love. They will judge you based on the way you dress. They will try to force you into a box that they are comfortable with. They may make you feel less than if you don't feel like the person who you see in the mirror. The world says because you are a boy or a girl, you are supposed to behave a certain way. Sometimes you won't like what other boys and girls your age like. Sometimes you will like to do things that other boys and girls your age do not like to do. They do not define you. You threaten the way things have always been, and that is radically awesome. The term boy and girl is narrow at times. It is okay to question what does and doesn't feel right to you. It is okay not to like what everybody else likes. It is okay to be who you want to be, even if the people around you do not understand. Just because something has always been doesn't mean it can't change. Be who you want to be and love who you want to love, as long as you are true to yourself. Dear biracial child, they will make you feel like you have to choose. They will make you feel like in order to be one of something, you can't belong to something else. They will try to pick you apart. They will be confused about who you are and what you represent. They might ask you to deny parts of yourself for their benefit. Some people will not accept you, and that's okay. They do not define you. You are the best of multiple worlds. Your culture stretches far beyond the places their minds can reach. You are whole. You are exactly who you are supposed to be. You are a combination of love, joy, happiness, and laughter. The forces that came to be to make you who you are did not happen on accident. You have a purpose and a divine journey ahead. You do not have to ignore any part of yourself because all of you is what makes you wonderful. Dear disabled child, they will say you are broken. People will judge you based on the qualities and traits that are out of your control. They will want you to perform at their level of ableness, not understanding you are different. They will try to limit what you can do and accomplish. They will say mean words and constantly remind you of what you cannot do. If you have a disability that cannot be seen, it may be even harder for people to understand what makes you unique. They do not define you. You are not something that needs to be fixed. It will be hard, but you can overcome any obstacle set before you. You can do anything you put your mind to. If someone like you hasn't accomplished your goal, it's because it was meant for you. You will often have to make your own path, but your disability does not make you weak. Your disability makes you extraordinarily different, and it should be embraced. Your path will not look like others, but it will be better than what you can even imagine. Dear white child, people will hate you and people will judge you. However, it is less likely for them to hate you because of the color of your skin, the God you worship, or the status of your family. Because of that, you are in a unique position. You have the power to stand up and speak out against hate in a way many people cannot. Some of your friends will experience hate based on things they cannot change. You have more of an opportunity to advocate for peace and kindness. When you can, fight against the mistreatment of others and encourage those around you to do the same. Speak out against hate and choose to spread love. Spread love while you are at home. Spread love when you are at school. Spread love to your friends and strangers. This love has the power to make a difference in the world. Dear other child, they will say that anything different is not welcome. Because you are other, they will fear you. You may not always feel represented. You may not always see yourself on TV or in books. You may find it hard to fit in with others. That may leave you wanting to change pieces of yourself so others may like you. They do not define you. It is okay to be different. Do not be afraid to be seen. Make a space for yourself if you cannot find one. Do not apologize for who you are. You are beautiful and do not need the acceptance of others to exist. Stay true to who you are, and you will find people who will love and support the same things you do. You can change this place for the better. The world needs people like you. We all will face people who hate us, but love is a choice we make every day. Just because others may not like us does not mean we have to not like them back. True strength and character is shown in how you treat others, especially those who have wronged you. Love those who hate you. Respect those who hate you, but love yourself more. Respect yourself more. Show them how awesome you are by being better than them. You are strong, you are brave, and you can change the world. The book ends with a quote from James Baldwin, and it says, "Not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it is faced." Thank you. That is the end of the book. There are other pages in the back. There are questions for parents and educators to share with their children to continue this conversation, because it doesn't just stop here. There is also a glossary and a list of common questions that people have sometimes when they're reading the book. We address why we use Black instead of African American. Questions like, why is queer child the only page in the book that has a vertical orientation? Amongst other things. I really hope you guys get a chance to sit with these pages. Please take the time to understand the difference between, for example, Muslim, Islam, and Middle Eastern. We really wanted to be intentional and wanted to make sure that people felt truly represented and highlighted in this book. Thank you so much for inviting me into your virtual home, and I hope you enjoyed this book entitled Dear Child, People May Hate You. Have a good day.